from our side of the world, you're not going to get value in your house on an appraisal until you fully own the units, meaning they're totally paid off.
Right.
You will not get value until that point.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
For people out there with a solar lease, that they're maybe buying a home that has an existing solar lease, how does that impact their mortgage possibilities going to buy that house?
A leased payment is treated as additional loan and needs to go into your debt ratio, and you need to qualify for that payment as it goes forward in time. So it becomes an additional bill that you have to qualify with.
Which to me seems so unfair, and I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
Because if they're not paying an electric bill instead, you're swapping electric for a solar payment. I mean, to me, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, just because it's financed, and it may be less than the electric bill would be, they're adding that into the pile. And I understand why, because it's leanable.
I'll give you the reason.
Okay, go ahead.
Specifically for the lease. Because there is no direct link between the lease payment and the actual power and utility that's being consumed.
Right.
So if you consumed more or less, your utility is going to be higher or lower like everybody else.
Right.
We just know you have another bill you have to pay.
I understand.
So let me give you the next layer.
Go ahead.
And I know, I'm sorry, I'm beating you up on this.
No, go ahead.
The program that you're talking about where the loan will say, oh, don't count that. That's just you paying your power bill, is called a power purchase agreement. Where you've agreed to purchase the power that is generated by your panels.
Oh.
That's a utility.
Yeah.
And that we won't count against you.
Interesting.
The sticky issues that come up that I see most often are when you do those sales, right? When you're transferring the solar from the current owner to the new owner needs to assume it. There are a couple of $100 in fees typically to do that.
Right.
There's paperwork and bureaucracy you're jumping through. They're typically not super fast or easy to do.
Right.
So you're going to make a few phone calls. You're going to jump through some hoops. You're going to pay a fee. They're going to, look at you. But then you end up absorbing that obligation. And then maybe one other thing is there is something called a UCC filing put onto the title of the property, which is effectively a filing that says there is property attached, or there are personal items attached to the property that are owned by someone else, and they're entitled to come and take that property if they wanted to. And so that UCC filing stays there until you own the panels.
You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now. If you ever have a question about real estate or any of the other topics we cover, just call me off air or text me at 702-203-1165. You can also check us out on the web at lvrealestateradio.com or on our handle on social media at LV Real Estate Radio.